We recording?
We actually are.
Ba-ba-doo-be-boo-ba-ba-ba. It's a whole new podcast. We be talking, except it's not. We're just continue to talk about the Pokemon in the world, but you still gotta listen to them all, or else you'll be really fucking confused. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's the Poke-Bears!
I like that ending. That was good. That's good.
Thank you. Hey, Forrest, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Awesome.
And saying my name, so that way we can introduce each other while also finding out how we're doing. In the meantime, it's throwing one Geodude at two Pidgeys.
Yes, that's exactly what it's doing.
Using a Rhyperior.
That's exactly what it's doing.
The Rhyperior's nicknamed Barbara.
Are you excited for the Johto League?
Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited.
Like, I am too. I only liked one of these episodes, but I still had more fun watching all these episodes than I did, like, any of the other episodes.
That's true. I've had a lot more fun with these episodes.
Yeah.
It's actually, like, the quality has been subpar, but it's exactly what we talked about in the bottom 5, top 5 episode.
Yeah.
It's better.
They stand out
Bad.
more. Yeah. They take more risks. They do more things. With the exception of one of these episodes, they take more risks and do more things.
I'm curious which episode you're referring to in that. Because there's a couple episodes that I think could fit that, but we'll talk about that.
We'll
talk about that. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Episode 119. Don't touch that dial.
In that style with a D-I-L-E, not a
D-I-A-L. So Ash finally gets to the Johto League, and he gets to New Bark. He actually takes a minute to get to New Bark Town, doesn't it?
No, New Bark Town he gets to like immediately.
Does he? No, because first they're in the woods, and then they find Suicune.
Oh,
Did you forget about Suicune?
I forgot about Suicune. No. It's just they find New Bark Town like right after that.
They do, yes, they do.
So they're not in there for like
5 minutes.
When we take a minute into account, I'm thinking they're taking a minute to find Violet City.
Oh, you mean like a Georgia minute?
Like a Georgia minute. You were talking about a literal minute.
Yes, I was talking about a literal minute,
Gotcha.
like a couple minutes.
Like we didn't have to see them go through the Indigo Plateau again.
No.
Or down through Route 29.
We didn't spend 6 episodes with Ash wandering away, following some guy lifting weights or whatever.
Having to go on a blimp, that's the worst thing ever.
Yes. No. They are in the woods, they come across Suicune, and they're like, that's a thing, and then we forget about it, it's never mentioned again.
It runs away.
Yeah.
Because it's a Suicune.
We forget about it, it's never mentioned again, and then they get to
New Bark
Town. But first, Team Rocket beats them to Professor Elm's lab, and Professor Elm's a shithead. Doesn't pay attention to what the fuck's going on. He has no situational awareness.
No, not at all. No social awareness.
No. He's just like,
hey,
people walk
Nurse
in.
Joy.
Hello, Nurse Joy. He's not even he's looking into a telescope or whatever. Hello, Nurse Joy.
Probably should have called a couple weeks ago. But, yeah, if you could take that Totodile in for a checkup or something. I'm going to be doing my mind-numbing research.
Yep.
Because I'm Professor Elm.
Jessie does a decent Nurse Joy impersonation, though.
She does. Aren't they voiced by the same people? Same person?
I will fact that. I will fact check that.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I don't think so. I think they are voiced by different people.
Ah.
Either way, Jessie does a good impersonation of...
That is true.
So, and this is important. Jessie's Team Rocket's there. Professor Jones is like, oh yeah, could you just take that Totodile? So they do.
They do.
They take it.
He doesn't tell them to go to the Pokemon Center specifically to heal the Totodile and then bring it back. He just says, take it with you.
Yes.
That's all he says.
That's all he says.
Team Rocket is in the right by those words.
Yes, by they are in the right to just take the Totodile. By all means, it's theirs now.
The person who's claiming it, quote unquote, isn't coming until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which is another bullshit thing. Like, how now people are scheduled to take Pokemon? Was Ash doomed to take Pikachu forever? Could he have been the first one there and be like, Professor Oak is like, oh no, Ash, you're having a Pikachu because fuck you. My grandson doesn't like you.
Actually, maybe.
That's fucked up.
It is
It
fucked
shouldn't
up.
work like that.
No, it shouldn't.
Professors should have multiple of the same starters, so that way people can pick which starter they want. It's bullshit.
It is bullshit. I agree. Because Professor Elm doesn't pay attention, he now realizes that Totodile is missing, and Nurse Joy is like, "Hey, man, better call the cops now, I guess." So they do. And I want to know how that conversation went. So you were in here when the Pokemon was stolen. Yes. Did they say anything to you? Yes, they did. What'd they say? I'm Nurse Joy. So what'd you say? Take the Pokemon. Wow,
Well,
sounds
I
like you
guess
gave
they-
away the Pokemon.
Yeah. I guess we don't have a case here. Gonna have to tell Susie about that blunder you did, but technically no crimes were broken.
No, it's kind of an open and shut case. If I walked into a convenience store and I was like, "Can I have this candy bar?" and the person behind the counter wasn't paying attention, was like, "Oh yeah, sure, Bob, go ahead and take it." It doesn't matter if they don't know I'm not Bob.
They
He
told
just
me to
gave me
take
to take it. Yeah. Come on.
He didn't say, only if you're Bob, take it.
Yes.
He said, take it, Bob. We'd be good Pokemon lawyers.
We would be, actually, yes.
We should represent Team Rocket.
We should. So Totodile's pretty cute.
Totodile's adorable. What are you talking about?
Toad-
Pretty cute.
Totodile's like the best part of this episode. Sounds like Daffy Duck, but other than that, he's really cute.
That's why he's cute.
Because he sounds like Daffy Duck.
Because he sounds like Donald Duck.
Donald Duck. I meant Donald Duck. I even wrote down Daffy Duck. What's wrong with me?
Daffy Duck actually is very eloquent for a duck.
He is. Donald Duck is...
You have to tell me to get myself read.
I can't wait for that in that inning room.
Did you understand what I said?
No.
I said, Mickey, you have to help me. I can't breathe. You have to stab me to end my suffering.
So what'd you think of Professor Elm?
The anime certainly fits the vibe of the video game Professor Elm, especially the voice.
That he's boring and forgettable?
That he's boring and forgettable. Like, back in second generation, Professor Elm's whole shtick was that he discovered Pokemon eggs. Now that Pokemon eggs are kind of not really new or huge revelations. Yeah, Professor Elm doesn't really have any shtick.
Yeah, he's
kind of the indoor professor.
He's just kind of there. He talks a lot. That's his personality.
The antisocial, droning on, like the Asperger's professor.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, Team Rocket have this cool little bit where they're gonna decide who calls Giovanni to let him know that they have a rare Pokemon.
Jesse and Meowth are having a cool little bit over who's gonna call
they are.
Giovanni. So they're like fighting each other, like first just arguing and then fucking brawling. Meanwhile, James kind of just casually walks over to the phone, puts in a quarter, and is like, "Oh hey, does anyone know Giovanni's area code?" God damn it, James!
You're almost there, man. You almost just think if James knew the area code for Giovanni could have had like a little helicopter over there to him in a second. They would have had that Totodile, and they would have completed something, for God's sake.
And then Team Rocket would have access to a whole bunch of Totodiles. Imagine having to fight Totodile or like one of the starters. Like your rival is like one of the admins for the evil team. And so he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just going to take this little starter and give it all to the fucking grunts." So each of them has a fucking fully evolved starter.
Or what if, like, in the next generation, like, you took a starter Pokemon, your rival took a starter Pokemon, and then the evil team came in and stole the final starter Pokemon. Yeah. Yeah.
Is your rival a good guy or an asshole in that one? Is he like Hal or like Gary?
He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit.
He's like, there hasn't been really a trainer.
Closest is Silver.
May
just is forgettable.
Silver actively dislikes Team Rocket and will ruin them.
That is
May
true.
has nothing at all to do with Team Aqua and Magma.
That is true.
Yeah. May/Brendan.
Totodile's like eating Jesse's
Yeah,
hair.
he just clings on to Jesse's hair for the rest of the episode.
If anything, like, that's proof that Totodile should belong to her, right?
Exactly.
Like, it's
Totodile's bonded.
like,
to
physically.
Jesse. In the games, the police don't give a fuck about going after the pursuer. They're like,
I know.
oh yeah, nah, that Chikorita's pretty much your rivals now. Yeah, okay,
Like,
great.
Yeah, they're like, hey, man, you weren't paying attention, and, like, we'll write down information, but it sounds like it's his, man. Like,
There's nothing we can do.
what would be the difference if he came in and was like, hey, I'm a new trainer?
There is none.
You're not observant. This is your fault. I wrote down, oh my god, the plot is going nowhere. And I think it's because, like, for a long time, they're just kind of making circles with the Totodile. Like, we have Totodile, we need to find Totodile. And, it's because they spent a long time with Professor Elm, too. Just, like, talking to him.
Like, Professor almost introducing them to
Yeah.
Cyndaquil, and Cyndaquil's really, really cute.
Yeah.
And then, it just kind of droned on forever. Then they were in the office, and Professor Elm was talking to Professor Oak. No, that was after. Team Rocket.
That was after.
And
then I wrote also that the motto in this one felt really rushed and, like, half-hearted. Like, they were just trying to get it out just for the sake of getting it out. Which I know is, like, a third of all Team Rocket mottos, but sometimes they actually put thought into it and try to make it interesting. This one was just like, protect the world from
devastation, protect all evils within our nation.
Like, for most, like,
Jesse, James.
was the case for most of the...
I mean, it's the first episode of Johto. They have to have the base thing.
Yeah.
They change it in the next episodes.
A little bit.
So, it eventually turns into a 4-on-4 battle.
Yeah.
Like, all out at the same time. All of Ash's iconic Pokemon, the 3 starters and Pikachu versus all of Team Rocket's Pokemon. And Ash, like, pulls out this, like, father-son Kamehameha, but the Pokemon equivalent. And just destroys Team Rocket.
Just blasting the shit out of
Actually, I don't think they were blasted.
It was just their Pokemon.
It was just their Pokemon. Team Rocket later got blasted by someone else.
Totodile, I believe.
Totodile water gunned them,
Yeah, which is bullshit. That Totodile should have been... That Totodile, it would have been awesome if that Totodile had, like, wanted to be with Jesse.
Like, if it had shed a tear. Like,
anything.
Like, but that's my trainer.
Yeah, exactly.
Her hair was delicious.
So, do you remember how this episode ends? They go to Professor Oak and Elm talks to Oak.
They talk to Professor Oak, and Ash says, and Professor, we met one of your students. And then Professor Elm shows up. He's like, hey, Professor Oak, it's me. Oh, yes, Professor Elm. I didn't have to stall to remember your name. And then they talk on forever. Totodile nearly fucking walks off.
Yes.
Probably trying to go look for Jesse.
Yeah, because that's his trainer, man.
So Nurse Joy has to pick it up, and he's like, nah, we're going to give you to that sweet little girl who we have not seen at all and probably doesn't give a real shit about you.
I don't want her. I want Jessie. She was my trainer. I liked her hair.
That Nurse Joy was drawn really, really, really short.
Yeah, she did. She
like
was
in
like
that
so much
Sunset
shorter.
Goodbye.
Yeah, she was so much shorter than Officer Jenny and Professor
Like,
Elm.
Jenny is a head taller than Nurse Joy. That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, I know she's wearing heels, but oh my god.
Like, they're not 1.5 long heels.
Yeah.
I gave the episode 2 Voltorbs.
I gave it 1.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time remembering anything that really happened in it. I liked Totodile. I remember Totodile.
See, I didn't dislike the episode enough to give it less than 2, but 2 is like the exact middle meh for me, so.
1.5 for me means there was something fundamentally wrong with this episode.
And like, what's the fundamentally wrong part?
Like, the fact that Team Rocket didn't steal Totodile. Professor Elm wasn't paying attention and gave it away to the wrong person.
Professor Elm should have his doctorate revoked, if anything.
Yeah, if anything, this is, Professor Elm is just a shitty guy. It's not... And then they're, like, treating Team Rocket like they're criminals. I mean, I know they are, but...
They are terrorists. They did try to destroy the Indigo League.
They are, but that being said, just because they've done bad things in the past doesn't mean that they're not in the wrong. And this has been happening a lot lately, where, like, Team Rocket will go catch, like, a wild Pokemon, and I would be like, oh, you fucking bastards, how dare you? It's like, nah, man, it's wild Pokemon. It's up for grabs.
Yeah, like, don't tell me you weren't thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the episode itself. Now on to the good stuff.
Oh.
The karaoke.
Wait. We gotta talk about the intro first. We got a new intro.
Oh
this
shit,
time
we
around.
did get a new intro. Let's fucking talk about that.
Okay. I don't remember it.
It's a whole new world we live in.
How do you remember these things?
I remember this one because it's really fucking catchy, and it's been with me since like I was 10.
Really?
Yeah. Now I don't remember like the actual like verses that well yet. I remember like them now only because we just saw them.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a master. Everybody wants to be. Yeah. So it's of course it's no season 1 opening. No.
No, nothing's gonna be like that.
But it's a hell of a lot fucking better than the Orange Island.
I mean, well, duh.
Like,
also, I noticed that the animation in the opening, in the intro, weirdly not in the episodes themselves, but in the intro, the animation was much smoother and crisper for some reason. Did you notice that?
yeah.
As like in comparison to usual animation.
I
in the
think
show?
it gets that quality later in the season.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Or at least in the other Johto seasons, it gets up there.
Okay.
I know, and it definitely is that quality in Hoenn.
I did like the intro better than season 2's, than the Orange Islands one.
Season 2's was a piece of shit.
That was not good.
That was not good at all. I can't believe I liked it for one episode.
Yeah.
Now, we're 5 episodes strong in this intro, and I'm still a fan of it.
Yeah.
Like, it's cheesy as all hell, but Hanson was really cheesy as all hell, and they were popular.
Yeah. I mean, it's very late 90s, early 2000s, and
Exactly.
vibe. They kept doing like a do-do-do.
It's Doug.
It sounds like the Doug.
It's Doug. Yeah.
That's gonna be my head for the
And
rest
that
of the
gets-
day.
And then the guitar riff.
So yeah, I do. It's fun. Not as good as season 1, but still good.
But speaking of more music, they did finally fucking change out the goddamn end of the season songs.
Yes.
End of the episode songs.
Were they still doing the Pikachu jukebox all the way up through the end of season 2? Is that right?
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's why
That was
Viridian
like-
City did not fucking make sense at all.
That was like 60 episodes worth of fucking
Pikachu's jukebox.
Like, that's insane.
I think we probably based on marketing, we're only gonna have to deal with the 40 episodes of the karaoke thing now.
Did we get a new one? I know we got a new one of the 4 times, because one of the episodes that we watched didn't have it at the end for some reason.
But this one was Magic Feeling. And
first
my
one?
note
Okay,
was better than past songs, but still 90s crap.
Yes.
And really hard to distinguish it. Like, I can't even remember it.
No.
Straight up.
Magic. Who knows how it went?
Yeah, exactly.
You guessed as good as mine.
Next episode?
Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, episode number 120.
The Double Trouble Header.
Such an awkward title.
It is.
They're trying to put like too many puns together. They were very punny in this batch of episodes.
Baseball and Team Rocket.
Yeah.
What can go wrong?
The double trouble and then double header. So we'll just cram those two things together.
The
for
Double Trouble Double Header. That's what they should have called
that actually makes more sense, even though it's longer and arguably
it. The
more
Quadruple Trouble Header.
The double header trouble.
The header that provided double trouble. Double the trouble and the header.
So in this episode,
This troublesome double header.
So in this episode, we come across this girl who is
A rookie trainer.
a rookie trainer. She's just like the best thing.
The
of all 5
Casey
episodes.
is the best.
She's just great. She is on par of my favorite character of the day.
Because Professor...
She is so great.
She's my favorite girl character of the day so
Yeah.
far. Professor had mentioned how a person had just picked up a Chikorita.
Yep.
This is probably her.
This is her. It has to be her. And she's like a baseball fan.
Specifically
into it.
of the Electabuzz team. So but the Electabuzz team is apparently the worst team in the league. So she's the equivalent of a Cleveland Indians team.
It's kind of adorable. She's just so into it. And she's so energized, and she's always moving, got something going on. And she does these, like, 180s and, like,
These complete 180s!
Now she'd be like, "Grr, how dare you, I hate you! Oh, you got a Pikachu, that's amazing!" It's just a...
Let's describe the sequence. She's training Chikorita.
Yeah, it's a cute little headband. Chikorita was so cute.
A Rattata comes up, she battles it, she catches it, then they do like a little Electabuzz anthem theme song.
Yes, like a whole song.
Like a whole song that's the cutest thing ever. She turns around, sees Ash and crew, she gets really fucking angry. Her face is scowling. She bolts up to them with fire behind her. And then she stops right in front of Ash and crew. It's like, oh my gosh, you have a Pikachu, it's so cute!
She likes anything that's an electric Pokemon or any Pokemon that's
yellow with black stripes.
So Beedrill, Electabuzz, surprisingly, there are quite a few.
Yeah. Pikachu, and what?
There's probably even more now.
There's a fourth one she talked about.
Yeah, there was a fourth one. So this girl, her name's Casey, and
Shiny Naganadel.
So this, I wrote, there's a Magikarp team, because she's. I think they're doing like a little. It was like when she was talking about how much she loves baseball and the different baseball teams. Mm-hmm. They have little flags of different teams, and one of them was a Magikarp team. I thought that was great. I hope they're the best in the league.
I hope they are too. The Ash and crew are like, "Oh, so you must be a new trainer," and she says, "I am. I'm off to train." What's her goal? Is she also trying to be a Pokemon master?
I think so, but I think she's kind of like... I think that's why she goes in the opposite direction as Ash at the end, because she's more into like training and building up her team before trying to battle anyone, which... Go figure, that's a thing, Ash.
Whoa, grinding? What are you talking about?
I know, right?
Like, I have a meat grinder. You want to borrow that?
So she decides to challenge Ash to a battle, and Ash is such a little asshole. He's such a douchebag.
Fuck you, Ash. Come on.
She's like, let's battle. It'll be a 3-on-3 match.
Oh, because they, like, start yelling at each other over, like, because Ash is, like, shit-talking the Electabuzz team. And so she said, fuck you, we'll settle this debate in the Pokemon battle. And Ash is like, okay, let me show you how bad Electabuzz baseball team is. And then he sends out fucking Charizard.
I know. At least send out, like, Squirtle.
Squirtle has the least battle experience. Like, come on.
Yeah. It's also at least, like, a first form Pokemon, too. So that way she doesn't feel like total shit. Like, it's not obvious that you're going to sweep her team.
Like, the Chikorita has the advantage.
So Ash just blows through fucking Pidgey, Rattata, and...
Rattata faints by bouncing off of Charizard's stomach.
Yeah.
That Charizard doesn't even do anything.
It's like a level 2 Rattata against a level 50 Charizard.
That she just caught. So the Rattata's like 3 hit points?
Yeah, like it's... Come on, man.
And then Charizard just spews a little fireball, which catches Chikorita's leaf on fire.
It doesn't even fully hit Chikorita. And that makes Chikorita faint. Because it's level 5. Because levels do matter.
This poor Chikorita.
That being said, it was also great seeing like her react to losing like that right afterwards, because she is just like completely destroyed.
She's upset.
Yeah, rightfully so. She suffered a humiliating defeat to this asshole.
Ash has never had a defeat like that.
No,
like everyone who's defeated him has had like, probably with one Pokemon, it's either been late in his journey, or like it was a pretty close match.
Yeah. At least one of the Pokemon would at least like put up a fight. He wasn't like Viridian Forest going up against the Pinsir dude.
And the Pinsir dude blows through his team.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, her reaction though, like I just feel bad for this girl. I was like, dude, let's follow her this go around for like 6 episodes.
She's justified.
Yeah, she is absolutely justified. Not to mention interesting. We got Tracy for like 30 fucking episodes. Let's follow this chick around.
She's the anti-Tracy.
She's so much more interesting and vibrant as personality, and
Like, character
energy,
quirks.
character quirks. Like, she's great. And then Team Rocket come up, and they're dressed in Electabuzz team outfits, and they're like,
And they're like, hey,
man,
yeah, Ash was the dick to you.
he's the dick. He cheats.
He
Like,
cheats. Because you're technically not allowed to use a Charizard
Yeah.
against a rookie trainer. Which, you're not technically not allowed to, but
it's a
yes,
dick
it's
move.
it's an ethical thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to.
Come on, man. So she challenges Ash to a rematch. She's like, hey,
In
man.
a baseball stadium.
In a baseball stadium. She's like, hey, man, I know you're cheating. This time, I'm going to whip your butt. And she sends out Chikorita to battle Ash's Pikachu, which would have been a better, like, from the start matchup, because at least Pikachu's
The
not
grass
guaranteed to
resistance.
win. I mean, it's still way higher level, but still.
Yeah,
Chikorita actually puts up a good fight against Pikachu.
it does. This level 5 Chikorita against this level 73,
Yeah, exactly.
70 Pikachu.
Exactly. It would have been interested to see that battle play out, but I mean, Pikachu's way higher level. It was gonna win.
Yeah.
So it did make sense that Team Rocket comes in and interrupts the battle with like robot cheerleaders or something.
Robot cheerleaders just to cheer her on. And then a robotic batter, like a batting machine,
Yeah.
that like bats violently Pikachu and Chikorita out of the field.
Yeah, and they capture them.
And then baseball thrower thingamajigs that Casey ends up defending against.
Yeah, with her own bat, she like hits them all perfectly.
Casey's a boss.
She was great. She made this episode so worth it. So then Ash and Casey get Pikachu and Chikorita back, and they team up to finish off Team Rocket, and that's it, man. Like, they go their separate ways, and I was sad to see her go, because she was great.
It is weird, though. Like, yeah, she's probably training. But where is she training?
She goes in a completely opposite direction of, well, you know what? In the very next episodes, all the next episodes, Ash and them are completely lost.
That's true!
They were going the wrong way. She was going where she's supposed to go.
Oh, shit.
So there you go. That's your answer.
We
right
should
there,
follow
man.
Casey for the next 6 episodes. She's probably in Azalea Town by now.
I know. No, she's in Goldenrod. She's challenging Whitney's milk tank already.
God.
All right, what'd you think, Nick, of this episode?
I gave it 3 Voltorbs.
I gave it 3.5.
See, I consider giving it 3.5, but we're this early in the season, and I think if we go back, I'll retcon this into a 3.5 if none of the others hold up.
That's fair. That's fair. I had so much fun watching this episode. Like, Casey was so interesting, and like the energy was like so high throughout the entire episode, to the point that even when Team Rocket was doing their shenanigans, I was having fun. So.
Because Casey just takes it with like, she takes it and then gives back, like the emotional response.
Exactly. Like, she is the anti-Tracy. Their names even rhyme.
Aw, man, it's Team Rocket. They sure are weird. Shut up, Tracy. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to be a guest commentator on your show. Tracy, I don't care if you broke through the fabric of fiction in order to comment on your own goddamn TV show. Get the fuck out of here. Wait, what do you do with that knife? Die, Tracy. Ah, it hurts. Tracy's dead, Forrest. I killed him. He's on the floor. When Team Rocket was introducing themselves.
Yeah.
Remember how we were talking about how the first one in this season was really bad?
Yeah.
This one was not. This one was great. They were doing like a whole bunch of baseball puns.
Yes,
and
they
then
were.
they were dressed up and like, we're gonna take the team out.
Yes.
And they win the game. They're at the end of an actual baseball game. Jesse was the pitcher. James was the catcher. James caught it, so they won the game. They hugged and cried, and then Meowth is behind a tree in like a old maid's outfit,
Yeah, that was so
crying
weird.
and watching them. Like, what is this? What is this marvelous, this
gift.
crap, this gift?
Yeah. This was good.
One
man.
of Team Rocket's best.
Yeah.
Team
it
Rocket
was,
intros.
it was bizarre, but it was amazing. Oh man, next episode.
3.5. I'm giving it 3.5.
You're giving it 3.5?
3.5.
There you go.
Next episode.
Okay. Alright, Nick. Episode 121.
A sappy ending.
Yeah, this episode's about beetles eating tree sap.
Yeah. That's actually it exactly.
Yep. They, I don't even know what else to say about it, man. That's what this episode is.
There's a magical ranger named Woodruff.
He doesn't have personality. He just spouts
He's
exposition.
magic. He doesn't need personality.
That's all he does is explain.
Well, Forrest. Wait. Sorry, I was trying to say your name in the way he says Misty's name.
Oh, yeah. Because Misty and actually, no, they never give them their names, but he just knows Misty's name.
And only Misty's name.
And only Misty's name. Oh god, is he stalking Misty?
Yeah, probably.
Oh shit. He's not a Pokemon Ranger at all. It was like his one opportunity to reveal himself to Misty.
Misty, I've been following you since you first became the Cerulean City gym leader. I'm your biggest fan, Misty.
Marry me, Misty. So my first note is Ash catch one of those pincers, so I'm guessing nothing really happens for a long
My
time.
first note is the scene's not as serene as it seems.
Oh yeah, that was the narrator.
Because the narrator did an alliteration. You don't get that a lot.
No,
if ever.
that was a good part of the episode. The narrator
Yeah.
doing a little
poem.
little bit. So they come to these trees and they're being sucked on by
Heracross and Butterfree.
Butterfree and
Butterfree are too weak to grab the sap, so the Heracross has to start, and then the Butterfree get the leftovers.
yep, and
That creates balance in the woods.
and they're like, oh man, all these trees are dead, and
Why are they dead? Oh no.
there's a bunch of pincer coming in.
Oh,
because there's
no,
so
it's
many
pincer.
pincer.
And then Woodruff is like, yeah, these Pinsir have been driven from their own woods, and they're creating imbalance and 90s environmental crap.
Yeah, they kept going off on little tangents of like, we need to remember to protect the forests from. I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, he's
stop.
right.
Yeah, you're right, but you don't have to. So sick of that message from '90s movies. I now fully understand the South Park episode where they're like, you know what? Fuck the rainforest. Who really cares about the rainforest? Have you ever been to the rainforest? No, you haven't.
It's terrible, and it's smuggy, and there are bugs everywhere.
For some reason, Ash doesn't catch all these Pinsir or Heracross, even though Woodruff's like, yeah, you can.
With the Heracross, he's like, you can catch them. Just remember that if you catch a lot of them, you might upset the balance. And then he straight up says the Pinsir are an invasive species. He doesn't even think to catch them.
He doesn't actually do anything from what I remember.
The Pinsir are attacking the Heracross. He sends out Bulbasaur to help
Oh, that is true, yeah.
defend the Heracross.
And then Woodruff's like, well, Pinsir actually live in the forest on the other side of the river, so...
I'm going to go explore it
Guess
and
we'll go
see
there.
what's going on.
So they do.
And Ash and Crew do their Ash and Crew thing and follow him.
Yep. And they get to the Pinsir tree, and...
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
What am I skipping?
Heracross is not following them.
That is true. One of the Heracross.
One of the Heracross.
The most adorable and marketable of the Heracry.
Heracry, I like that.
Is following them.
They're following them. They come across the wooden bridge that connects the two forests.
Yeah.
The bridge has been torn down. It's no longer operational.
Yeah.
The Pinsir and Ash says, "Oh, those Pinsir must have ruined it. I fucking hate Pinsir.
No.
They killed my father. Ah!" That's the only I don't know why he hates Pinsir so much.
That's just his literal line is Pinsir probably tore up the bridge just to prove how nasty they are. I'm like, Jesus, Ash.
Ash, come
are
on.
you a speciesist? Or what the fuck?
They're just a bug Pokemon.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
So they can't really cross. And then a Heracross comes. The Heracross that's been following them comes along. Is pushing against a really big tree. It grits its teeth.
Oh god, I hated when you pointed this out.
Yeah, the Heracross, when it was gritting its teeth, had a human teeth. Imagine a real life bug that's 4 foot 7 with human teeth. Imagine it smiling at you. How horrifying it must be. Forrest's is like huddled and into himself right now. Imagining that monstrosity.
So terrifying. It's so horrifying.
So Heracross... Oh, and it has the strength to knock down like a 100-year-old tree. Because the tree's knocked down and they're able to cross it using the bridge. And then Heracross is just sipping on the sap.
Has Sap Sipper as its ability.
Is it? That'd be appropriate.
It would be appropriate, yeah. Then it turns out Team Rocket has built a robotic pincer to suck all the sap out of the pincer tree. And it's because they were hungry one day and they can afford to build a giant metal pincer, but they can't afford food?
Yeah.
They can't afford to go down.
Like they were desperate
Billy
enough
Bob's
to
Deli?
suck on a tree for food, but not desperate enough to just go buy food
Jesus Christ.
with the pincer robot money.
It's like, build it. And then the pincer robot and the Heracross sort of fight, but I wish they had actually, like, fought.
No, they fight.
They do a grapple, like, but that's it.
And then Heracross, like, grabs it from
Finally,
the
yeah.
horn and then tosses
Flips
it.
him, finally, yeah.
Can we talk about the Team Rocket anthem in this one? Because James says, at the very end, prepare for trouble, prepare to fight, right? And then Meowth very calmly just says, that's right. It's nothing special, I just thought it was really fucking weird.
It was weird. I don't...
Like, Team
I
Rocket's on
understand.
some weird stuff every once in
Yeah.
a while. That was one of their weird ones.
That was. Like, sometimes James will be like, fight, and I expect Meowth to be like, right, that's right.
And then he says, that's right! And then, like, my throat hurts because I didn't say right twice more. Because that's how it makes sense. Right. Okay, thank God. It just makes sense. Okay,
So they defeat Team Rocket's pincer robot, and
they had taken the sap off of the
yes,
sap bank.
Yes.
Off of the pincer bot, so they just have like these giant canisters of sap, and so then say, Heracross, now go ahead and launch it. We got the sap. Heracross launches it, and then Team Rocket flies off with it.
And then it's like, what are you gonna do with all that sap?
Are you gonna put it back in the tree?
Yeah, like, are you gonna take a giant needle and?
Are you gonna do what they were planning on doing and opening up a little breakfast place?
Are you just gonna like open it up and like smear it all over the ground, and the pincer will eat what they can, but then the rest is gonna go bad because that's like 8 days worth of sap? Like,
Well, sap is basically syrup, and syrup doesn't go bad, doesn't it?
no, but like if it's out in the middle of the woods, like bugs, little bugs are gonna get in, and like maggots are gonna grow out, and
Are there bugs?
like bugs, there has to be.
Bugs?
People get sick, therefore there's microscopic like bacteria, and if there's
People get
microscopic
sick via stun spore and poison powder.
So then at the very end of the episode, I don't know. So at the very end of the episode, Pincer has like this look on his face like, please catch me, I like
Pincer
you.
has that?
Heracross. I kept getting them mixed up when I was writing the notes too.
I mean, they are, I think, basically the vice versa of each other.
Yeah, they're meant to be the
Counterparts to each other.
counterparts to each other. So Heracross has this look on his face of, please catch me, I like you, I want to go with you.
Like his eyes are like slanted like backwards,
Yeah.
so like he's just desperate looking, and he's got his hands together.
Yeah.
And Ash is like, okay, well, have fun, bye.
We'll miss you, bye. I'm like, Ash, catch it.
Come on! Why doesn't it even occur to you?
Why do you never catch Pokemon, Ash? Last season, you caught 2 Pokemon and you let one go, so...
You got one! You got one that's in your bank now.
He just has a hard time catching Pokemon. He does, because Heracross
Has
fucking-
to go out
Yeah.
like 5 miles outside of the woods. And is like, yo, bitch, catch me. I'm going to break out of the first 4 Pokeballs because you deserve it, But, like, come on.
I want to go with you. So what do you think of that episode?
I gave it 2.5.
Really?
I gave it 2.5 because it did move the plot along. It had things I laughed.
It was slow.
It was slow, but like it was moving. It kept moving.
I disagree, but okay.
Let me fucking finish.
Go ahead and finish.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish.
Ranger Woodruff, as fucking little personality as he has, he's still enigmatic, and I appreciate that in my characters of the day.
He had no personality.
He had no personality, yet he knew so much that he could know women's names before he introduced himself to them.
That was funny.
Heracross is the featured Pokemon of the episode, and Heracross is a cool-ass Pokemon.
Heracross is pretty cool. That was my positive notes for this one. I liked Heracross. And the battle between the Pinsir and the giant metal Pinsir and the Heracross was kind of a cool idea. I wish they had actually had like an all-out like battle, because that would have been fun to watch.
If the Mecha Pinsir uses Skeleton or something.
Yeah.
I did like Team Rocket in this episode too. They were wacky.
Okay, I will sort of give you Team Rocket. For this one.
What did you rate it for?
They were still very much just their. We have a plan, and we're gonna suck sap. I gave this episode 1.5 Voltorb.
1.5.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I just didn't care. I didn't give a shit.
Forrest, we found our old. So far, we found our old formula.
Huh?
We found our old formula.
Oh,
we're back in season 1.
You like it more than I do, yeah.
Shit, we're back.
I know. It's now that we're out of the Orange Islands, because now these are episodes that actually like. I mean, granted, this episode didn't have a whole lot going on, but again, it had more going on than the Pokemon are pink. I mean, there weren't high stakes, but there were stakes of these Pinsir are moving Heracross out of their territory. That's kind of interesting. That's building like an environmental world.
Yeah.
So that's stuff that like we can think about and talk about. I just thought it was lame and dumb. That's the only thing.
What is it about Ranger Woodruff that scares you so much,
It's not that he
Forrest?
scares me. It's just that he's fucking dull.
Forrest, he's...
Tell me about his personality. Give me one trait of his personality.
He's enigmatic.
No!
He's knowledgeable.
About what?
About the forest ecosystem.
That's not a personality trait.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's just that he knows a thing.
He's monotone. He has a beard.
Nick, I want you to meet my friend. He knows about one thing. He's monotone and he has a beard.
Wow, what's his name? What's his name?
Larry.
Larry? Fuck Larry. He doesn't have a cool ass name like Woodruff. Wait a minute. Did you already tell him my name? Did you tell Larry my name already?
No, I didn't. No. Larry, what's his name?
It's Nick. Whoa, Larry. Hey, nice to meet you. Okay, cool. I'm going to get out of here. Okay, bye, Larry.
Will you remember Larry tomorrow?
I'll remember Larry tomorrow.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to text you tomorrow and ask if you remember that guy I introduced you to, and I bet you'd say, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm not going to say that. Put it in a Forest fun fact. When you upload this. If I remember tomorrow. Meaning Larry. The cool friend you have because he knew my name before.
But he's monotone and has no personality. Next episode. Episode number 122.
Roll on, Pokemon. Pokemon, roll on. Pokemon, transform and roll out. Ditto.
It's not roll out, it's
Remember
roll on.
Geodude, and then roll out.
Roll on. Like roll on deodorant.
Or you can, if you use roll out, you're rolling on something. So, suck on that.
Sash and crew are lost. Again.
See, we're back on the mainland. Everything's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of being on Lapras in the middle of the ocean, we're just in the woods and lost.
So they're lost, and then there's rocks are falling, and Team Rocket get caught up in some vines after falling off a cliff, and then a boulder comes crashing down on them, and they're like, looks like.
And then it's done.
Oh, that was the best part of this episode.
That was.
That was so great. So they come across Donphan, and they're like, let's catch it.
And yeah, Brock and Ash actually have an argument over who should catch it. And it's more well-rounded than it was when they were arguing over who to catch Charmander. Oh, wait, they didn't! Because Brock argues it's a young Donphan, so he'll be able to raise it properly. And Ash argues, fuck you, I can raise it just as well. So in my opinion, Brock should have it.
Yeah.
Also, it fits his, theme more.
More, yes. So they don't catch the Donphan because this girl comes up, and she's like, hey, man!
That's my Donphan!
You guys are thieves, because you obviously knew that this unmarked Pokemon that was wandering around by itself was mine.
Who are you? Who are you that you can just assume that you can lay claim to every fucking Donphan in this forest? Fuck you, Rochelle.
Her
name's Rochelle. Ash is like, oh, what? And then Brock immediately warms up to her and says, oh, I'm sorry, I told him he shouldn't try. Just doing his old Brock thing.
I kind of missed that.
I did too.
Because Tracy would have just been like, Donphan, I'll sketch it. And they'd be like, okay. So I guess we don't have anything else to do? Alright, that's cool.
Misty's doing a new thing with Brock that I don't think she did in Kanto.
What's she doing?
She'll, hit Brock in the back of the head or grab him by the ear.
Oh, she would do that every once in a while.
But she's doing it, consistently now.
Well, she's Misty. She has to be abusive to something.
That's true.
She doesn't really send out Psyduck anymore, so her hitting hand's getting soft.
Brock notices the necklace she's wearing. It's made of amberite, a gem.
Is that a real thing?
It showed up when I Google searched it, so... Getting, a lot of fantasy things. So if anything, it's like a made-up gem. But
like an adaptanium?
Yeah.
Nah.
Or
so probably not.
Or an adamantium.
Yeah, so probably not a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Turns out amberite is super valuable, and Donphan can sniff them out, like the little snifflers in Harry Potter that sniff out gold. What is this called?
The one that he has is named... The one in Future... What's the name of the pet in Futurama that Leela has?
I don't know.
You don't watch Futurama. Shit. Nibbler. So...
Oh, yeah, they're called nibblers.
They're called Nifflers.
Nifflers, that's it.
Because Nibbler is the pet in Futurama, and they have a very similar name.
That's it, Nifflers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So they're like Nifflers and sniff out precious gems.
Yep.
Stuff.
The Team Rocket's plan makes sense. They decide they're going to capture one of these Donphan and have it sniff out a bunch of amberite for
Let's
them.
talk about how they achieve this plan, though.
I don't remember, so you'll have to tell me.
I remember.
Because I took very few notes on this episode.
Meowth tells them, oh, I heard about amberite from these two guys when we were at that rest stop while you were taking a snooze, and they flashback to this little top of a mountain rest stop. And right behind Meowth and crew is these two random assholes in two suits. And one guy's got a briefcase and he opens it up right next to him. And the one guy says, wow, those look like amberite. They are amberite. Where'd you get them? I traded them with a lady who raises Donphan in the forest below. Wow, that sounds great. You want to have sex now? I sure do. That's why I'm giving you these amberites. Great, I'm a male prostitute. That's how they talked, and that's how they ended the conversation.
You know, if Team Rocket's such a notorious villain gang, why didn't they steal the amberite from those guys?
I don't know. They were asleep. Meowth can't really do shit by himself.
You didn't wake them up and be like, hey man, you guys got some precious
Rob
gems,
Scott.
man. Do your thing.
They rob Pokemon, not valuables.
They really need to think about that a little bit, though.
They do.
How awesome would a Pokemon heist movie be? like Ocean's 11, but with Pokemon. Your face lit up, so I know you love the idea.
It did. Oh my god! Like each of them has like a specialist type.
Yes.
Like you got the self-destructor exploder guy.
Yes.
You got the guy who hypnotizes people. Oh my shit!
Yes, that would be awesome.
You got a Sableye that just produces gems constantly. Oh shit! It would have to be a Diancie that produces gems. That's why it's so rare. Yep. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Shit. God damn, that's great. God damn it. Okay.
All right, so you write the screenplay for that, and we'll do that.
We'll do that.
Okay. So in this episode, back to this episode, they capture the baby Donphan. Can't remember how, but they have it.
Why is it a baby Donphan, by the way? Like,
I think it was just a young Donphan. Maybe it was like
a young, like a freshly evolved Phanpy.
Yeah, a Phanpy that was not, born for very long before it trained hard enough to evolve.
Like it is year-wise young.
Exactly.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's just a hard worker and it trained hard and evolved. It just doesn't know how to find amber. If you want to say ambergris.
What's the isn't that the whale gut thing?
Yeah, from
from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, from Bob's Burgers.
I think that's in another show too.
Ambergris is a real thing. They get the Donphan to look for the amberite and they start digging a hole for it and
it doesn't. It doesn't find them.
No, I don't remember how they get rid of Team Rocket.
It's too well. The Donphan was too young to have been trained to find amberite. So, oh boy, how do they get rid of Team Rocket?
I don't know. I don't have that
Ash
memory.
and crew are with Rochelle.
She goes looking for the missing Donphan.
Missing Donphan.
Shit.
I think it's another. They send out. Yeah. Okay. No, that was the Sap episode. Okay. In the Sap episode, James was smart and ran away when he released Victory Bell, so it wouldn't eat him. But the Victory Bell is just eating Sap, so it didn't work. But he did release Victory Bell in this episode, and it did eat him. And I thought James would have learned from the last episode, but he did not.
He never learns, and he never trains that Pokemon.
He had learned though. He had learned, and he forgot that lesson.
They also forget the lesson of they have never, ever, ever beaten Ash and crew in a straight-on fight, so I don't know why they keep bothering.
Like, is Ash gonna, like, suddenly fumble and be like, Bulbasaur, I can't remember any of your moves. Oh no. Oh, no. Hit yourself in confusion? Is that what they're hoping for?
The Bulbasaur poison powder.
I'm sure Donphan does something. The Donphin.
The Donphan.
The herd.
Herd.
The Donphan heard her herd.
No, he
Ash heard her herd.
Because when she
blows a whistle,
Ash says her herd, and it took me a minute to realize
heard
Donphan heard the whistle blow.
Yeah.
It took me way too long to work out what he was saying.
Like, I think I even explained it to you.
Yes.
And then a minute later, you're like, oh, right.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. So fuck it. They get rid of Team Rocket. Who gives a shit how? You've seen 120 episodes of them battling Team Rocket.
119.
20.
Oh no, 120. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm keeping track.
Okay, good. Oh, you know what it was? A giant Golurk rose out of the ground, said, "I am God, fear me," kicked Team Rocket off screen. They actually flew off Earth, landed back onto another Earth where they met the alien Ashen crew. And then a giant Dusclops came and said, "Go back to your realm," and summoned them back to the original Earth. And then they just got busted off by a generic Pokemon battle. It was really weird.
That was weird. It was incredibly strange.
Yeah.
It was incredibly strange. Ash decides that now he's going to have an actual battle. Yay. With Rochelle's Donphan. Like the big one.
The elder one.
The best one.
The matriarch.
She's like, this is my first Donphan with the most experience.
Oh, I thought your second Donphan would have had the most experience.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you would have fucked up with the first Donphan and been like, man, it doesn't have the right nature and shit. Because they care about that in the Pokemon world. So, Donphan kind of wipes the floor with Ash.
Yeah. Well, he uses Heracross.
Heracross.
It's his first battle with Heracross, and Heracross does pretty good. It's actually a halfway decent battle.
Yeah, it's a better battle than Ash and Pikachu versus Gary and Eevee.
Yes. Yes, it is. So Ash loses, and then it's his 12th, I believe, his 12th loss.
A dozen losses.
That's pretty good considering there's been 122 episodes.
That's 1 out of every 10 episodes he loses.
Pretty good. And that's the end of the episode. So what'd you think of that?
I gave it 2 initially. I think I'm going to lower that to 1.5.
I also gave it 2 initially. And I also think I'm going to lower it to 1.5 because it's so...
I forgot.
I forgot so much of this episode.
The Team Rocket battle.
It's so bland and forgettable. This is what most of the Orange Island episodes were like.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was just like, here's a Pokemon. It does a thing. Team Rocket, end.
I like the rhythm you had with it. Team Rocket, end.
That's what it is. The only thing that stood out remotely was the fucking battle. At the very, very end.
At the very, very end,
yeah.
And the thing in the very beginning with Team Rocket.
Yeah, other than that,
And the 2 weird guys. By the way, that was my last note on this episode. Was those 2 guys.
I had 1, 2, 3, 4-ish actual notes of this episode.
I made 4 notes.
It's just so forgettable and bland, and you will never... This is going to be one of those episodes that, you read the title of it, 2 months from now and be like, what the fuck was that about? Roll on Pokemon? What the fuck? I don't...
It sounds like a Western episode. Is another... Do they mean a 3rd cowboy? A 3rd cowboy in, 70 episodes. Jesus.
That would actually be impressive.
I would be. Well, they've met 2 in 20.
Yeah. Next episode. Episode number 123. 123.
Illusion confusion! Oh, no! I'm confused by all the illusions.
I am very confused right now, Nick. I am so confused.
I am too, Snarf.
So this episode starts with them being lost in the woods, and it ends with them
being lost in the woods.
Shit. This is going to be a thing in this season 2.
We're back in the mainland. Get used to it. There's 3 seasons of Johto.
3? I thought there were 2.
No, it's 3. I looked it up. It's 3.
Shit.
The 3rd one ends in it ends in Hoenn, but all of Johto is within 3 seasons.
God damn, man. Alright, so the Ash and crew are lost in the woods, and it's nighttime. I wrote down the narrator just kind of gave up in the middle of a sentence. Because what did he say?
Oh, shit. It was Ash and crew are on their way to Violet. Wait a minute. But that doesn't look like... Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then you can hear softly in the background the guy who's narrating come on guys, can we change the script? No, Larry, they have to get through some seasons so that way they're not too fast when they get to the games. No, but goddamn, this is the same boring goddamn shit. I'm tired of narrating everything the same fucking way. I need something variety. Listen, Gary, if you can just no wait. First of all, my name's Bruce. We talked about that, remember? I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry. Listen. I'll talk to the executives. You might be able to raise your rent. My rent? I own a condo! Okay, Bruce. We can give you a raise to pay for your mortgage for your condo. But you just have to deal with it. Okay, fine. But I'm gonna give up. I'm not gonna give a shit in this episode. That's fine. Just give a shit in the next episode, okay? Fine. Uh-oh! He went back online to say, uh-oh.
Jesus Christ.
And then left. You didn't hear that?
No, I didn't, I have to say.
No. I thought it was really weird in that episode.
It was. So they're lost, and the there's a Pokemon in the woods that's making them go all illusioned and they
Like,
see
they get all
things.
scary and, oh no, the trees have faces on them. Oh, run away from them.
Run away.
Oh, hey, red laser beams. Yay, they'll help us.
It's just coming from a Hoot Hoot.
A little owl round thing.
And this one's owned by Gary. He's in this episode, and then he's not by.
I like how Ash didn't even respond to the fact that Gary was there.
I know.
Like, he was like, oh, a hoot hoot, what's that? Whoa. And then Gary's like, hey, Ash, how you doing? Hoot hoot! Okay, you should prepare more. Hoot hoot! Okay, bye.
So they're lost, and they wander around. They get to Hagatha.
Hagatha, yes.
Hagatha.
Make sure you pronounce that H.
God, that was been really confusing growing up for her and her sister. Hagatha! Wait, me or my sister? You know who I meant!
I said Hagatha, because you're a hag! But my
Aw.
sister looks exactly like me. You're the hag! There's only supposed to be one of you!
Each of you is half as attractive as a real person. So, Hagatha's like, well... Excuse me, hang on, let me channel
Oh,
her
yeah,
over.
yeah. Channel.
Well, people usually have a hoot hoot of mine to get through these woods because they make you not see the frickin' illusions that are going around from these Pokemon that's in here. The illusions!
And they're like, can you please never speak ever again?
No, I have to for the rest of the episode.
And they're like, well, can we borrow a Hoot Hoot to get through the woods?
No, you can't because I'll let all my hoot hoots go to someone else. Why are you sticking your fingers in your ears?
But what about that hoot hoot right there?
Well, that hoot hoot's a piece of shit. Gets everyone lost. That hoot hoot's got something wrong with him. He just kind of wanders around in circles. Last person he took got lost in the woods for 3 days.
Why do you keep switching your voice like that? That's really strange.
Bitch, I can switch my voice however I want. It sounds close enough the same, so it doesn't really fucking matter now, don't it?
So Ash is like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna take this Hoot Hoot because I believe in it, and I don't want to get left behind from Gary.
Because if I'm left behind for one whole night, I'll never catch up. Despite me being forever behind him in Kanto.
Plus, you're always lost, you ding dong. Come on, take a break for a night.
Like, Gary's like, wow, are you already on the 4th gym? Like, that's why you're all the way out here, right? In the middle of the woods and not anywhere near Violet City, which is why it's going to take you a couple episodes to get there? Oh, no, we're on our way to Violet City. Holy shit, you guys are fucking lost.
Smell you
Gary's
later.
trying to be helpful, actually, in this episode.
He is, yeah. In credit to Gary, he is trying to be helpful. So Ash takes the little fucked up Hoot Hoot, and Hoot Hoot's a piece of shit, doesn't know what it's doing.
Yeah, it just runs away from all the illusions.
Yeah.
But this Hoot Hoot only likes pretty girls, according to Hagatha.
Yeah.
So, like, it hangs around Misty,
Yeah.
and it's cute. I like this Hoot Hoot. As a shitty Pokemon as it is.
Yeah, this Hoot Hoot was cute. Ow.
There we go. God damn it.
This episode was kind of hard to get through, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it was.
Because it didn't go anywhere for so long. It took Ash being like, come on, Hoot Hoot, be a real Pokemon. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, Ash was a dick to this
He was
dude.
so mean. He was just be a real thing.
Huh, well, there was a good scene. 2 scenes? One good scene, 1.5 good scenes. Where they're being affected by the illusions, and Team Rocket sees them, and you see it from both Ash and Crew's perspective and Team Rocket's perspective, and they're being haunted. But to Team Rocket's eyes, they're just waving away at nothing. Like, Pikachu's huddling, like, for no reason.
Yeah, that was the only good. And then later, they do the same thing, except from Team Rocket's perspective.
Like, they're chasing a Dragonite, and
Yeah.
they don't see anything.
Yeah. And that's how Team Rocket gets handled in this episode. They just
They just run
chase
away.
an imaginary Dragonite.
Yeah.
And then something really weird happens after that where Ash becomes like 50 ashes and Pikachu decides to just electrocute all of them.
And then Misty is being tormented by a bunch of bugs. But then the Hoot Hoot's like, no! And then Ash is like, come on, Hoot Hoot! Do your foresight thing. Do it. Do it.
Do it, Hoot Hoot!
Do it.
Hoot Hoot's like, ow!
Okay, fine. And then Hoot Hoot does foresight. It gets rid of the bugs. And reveals the Gengar and Haunter. Turns out they're creating the illusions. Who would have guessed?
Because who else would it be?
Maybe Mischievous.
But no, can't reveal her this early in the season. And then they get out of the woods and they find Agatha's sister, twin sister,
Agatha. The same Agatha who's in the Elite Four.
Is it?
Probably not, but they have the same name and they both hang around ghosts.
And they're both old.
And they're both old.
Also, they get rid of the Haunter and Gengar and shit. Were those same Haunter and Gengar the ones that was creating the illusions for everybody?
Probably.
And how long has that been going on?
I mean, there was multiple.
And no one tried to get rid of them before? Do all the Gengar and Haunter and shit hang out in this woods, or are they just there by accident?
Are you saying like all the Gengar and Haunter in the world, or
No, just like all the Gengar and Haunter that are in this episode. Like, are they the only ones, or are there multiple throughout the forest?
I think there's multiple because when we cut back to Team Rocket at the very end of the episode, they were about to be killed because they're like illusioning that they're on the beach, and then pan out to real life.
I forgot about that.
Or real Pokemon life, and they are surrounded by Gengars and Haunter, and they're really fucking close to them, and they're about to consume their souls.
What do you think of this episode?
You know, I gave it 2 at first, but I'm gonna lower it again to 1.5.
Wow, we ended up with like the same scores on almost all of these.
Yeah, holy shit.
Except mine was a 1.5 originally, and that's because this one was oddly painful to watch.
It was the bad quality.
It was so like the jokes weren't funny. Ash was just a dick.
Ash was a dick.
He was such a dick. The animation should have been really cool if you're gonna do an episode about people seeing hallucinations, but wasn't. It was like one of the illusions is like little will-o-wisps that just kind of hang out in front of their faces, and that's like part of it. And
I mean, imagine seeing fire in front of your face. That'd be horrifying.
not really. I'd just be like, get away from
But now you're surrounded by fire, and no matter where you turn, you're going to feel the heat coming from the flames. I'd say that's pretty scary. You want to protect your face then?
I don't really have any.
burned.
I don't really have any good notes for this episode. It's just
good notes.
It was kind of there. The pacing was really fucking weird. Hoot Hoot was good.
Hoot Hoot was cute. The one thing I didn't like about Hoot Hoot is that it kept pecking Ash.
Yeah.
I liked that in and of itself, but it reminded me of Jigglypuff when it got angry and slapping everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same rotund, low-Q Pokemon
Pecking
constantly hitting
for
something.
almost no reason.
Yeah.
It was just
out of arbitrary
violence. It's
arbitrary
funny
hatred.
because it's a round cute Pokemon that's hitting someone.
I forgot to talk about the song that was in the Sappy Ending, the Jigglypuff song.
Yeah.
That's all I really have to say about it. Like, the song itself was great. The subject was terrible.
Yes.
And by great, I mean the song. I mean it was better than other songs, but
it was
about Jigglypuff, and so I hate it. But this one
had a good song.
It was arguably a great song.
It's one of the best.
It is the
best end of episode song.
Yeah, the best by far.
By a wide margin.
Like, this song is actually I could listen to this song again and I'll be fine.
Exactly. It was a rock themed song, and he's singing about
Jenny and Joy.
And then he's like, "Oh wait, who are you?
Who's that girl?" And then they show him flirt with all the other girls throughout the season. Yeah, and it's a song about Brock's love.
It was funny. It was funny. It was
Jenny.
Nice to listen to.
Oh Jenny.
And it had
Joy.
energy.
Oh joy. Yeah. It was like that 1940s, 30s, like...
Yeah, it was upbeat and bouncy and fun.
Exactly.
That was the best part of that whole episode.
And what's sad is that that's going to be in multiple episodes, too. So this
Yeah.
episode is just going to get worse because of that.
That sucks. All right, Nick. It is a new
Region?
So that means we have a predetermined Pokemon of the day. And
Oh, great. That means my curse won't fucking affect us. Oh, wait,
right.
it will, because I don't have a Meganium.
You don't have a Meganium?
No. I mean, I have Meganium, but it's not trained. Like, I'm like, okay, it's there.
I like Meganium.
See,
Obviously, because I like all the grass starters.
Meganium was, for a long time, my least favorite starter.
What overlapped it?
5th generation worked pretty hard to overlap it, but I think... Actually, yeah, 5th generation, I actively dislike more. And then 6th generation's pretty cool, and 7th generation's pretty cool. Yeah, Meganium's in my bottom 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I love Meganium.
Like, I love the design, but...
His design's awesome.
I can't... Like, it's so defensive, like every other grass Pokemon that I already have trained. Like...
So, let me tell you about my Meganium for
Okay.
a second. My Meganium is a physically attacking Meganium. I gave it Swords Dance, and Petal Blizzard, and Earthquake, and Dragon Tail.
That is... What's its base attack? I need to know that.
82.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Does it do you well?
Actually, yes, it does. Because its base defense with max HP and max attack, like its base defenses are enough that you can get up a Swords Dance or two and then just hit everything with Petal Blizzard and Earthquake and Dragon Tail.
No.
Dragon Tail away anything you don't like.
Nice. I got a Meganium.
Let me guess. So it's on level, whatever level it evolves at, 32. It's Sassy Nature. It knows Tackle, Razor Leaf, Poison Powder, and Light Scream.
Wrong.
Damn.
Level 50,
Oh.
Brave, with Leaf Guard as the ability,
Oh.
Solar Beam, Sunny Day, Synthesis, and Body Slam.
That's actually not a bad set.
Yeah, I got this from the Pokemon Bank when they were handing them out.
Damn. Damn it.
So,
I could have been pretty close there, actually.
you could have been.
If I had known that was a thing, I would have guessed that right away.
Now, I do have a Bayleaf. Oh, actually, this has an interesting moveset that has counter Leaf Storm, Leech Seed, and Ancient Power.
Holy crap, hang on.
It's,
The Meganium line gets counter?
what?
The Meganium line gets counter?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
in
would
6th
love to
generation,
do
they get counter.
I would love to do a counter set for my Meganium.
I mean, if you want, I'll trade you this Bayleaf's offspring for...
No, I'll just breed it with Breloom.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, Meganium has a pretty good moveset. It's got the standards like Leech Seed and Ingrain and Grassy Terrain, but it also gets Ancient Power, which is cool. Which is cool on my grass Pokemon because, you know, the rock type coverage helps it out a bit. It's a good screen setter. People usually use it to set up screens and shit. And then it's got decent, like, physical coverage too with Iron Tail and Stomping Tantrum and Outrage. It gets Outrage.
That's
get,
weird
like-
that it gets Outrage.
It's a dragon-esque Pokemon.
Yeah, but like it's like its Pokédex entries are all like, oh, the scent that it exudes, it makes people so calm and stuff like that. And then meanwhile, this Brontosaurus fairy ass motherfucker is like, ah! Like outraging everything. It's a weird image in my head.
The Japanese name of Outrage can be translated to mean Imperial Wrath or Wrath of One's Superior.
So it's still wrathful.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe the Japanese translation would give it like a different spin, but no,
nah.
Still the same thing. Still the same thing. Other than that, I will give you that Meganium is a pretty standard bulky grass type Pokemon.
Yeah, like
It's Generation 2, so. And it was like one of the few pure grass types at the time.
that's true. I'll give you that. But I mean, how do you go through a main game with something that stally and not take 48 hours to beat the Pokemon League?
I've done it many times in game. Like it's not like it has attack stats of 60. They're 80, 82 and 83 for both of them. Those are both pretty usable in game, especially.
That's weird how its special attack and attack are like one stat apart.
Like one stat point.
Yeah,
Apart,
and they're
yeah.
both 82 and 83. What is with like these random ass 82, 83,
See, now for the star Pokemon it makes sense because they all have to have that base.
525.
total. Yeah.
Well, they don't all have to. Swampert is 531.
It's weird that you know that right off the top of your head, but I can dig it.
Swampert is my favorite starter, so yeah.
Wow. Has one of the shortest name origin and trivia sections in general.
It has, you mean like none? It has
Yes.
like none trivia?
Yeah.
The Pokemon has the appearance of a sauropod, particularly resembling an Apatosaurus, and its flowering counterpart may be a geranium, hibiscus, or a titanium. It may also be designed after the Hipastrum. Name origin: Meganium is a combination of Mega and Geranium.
You want to read some Pokedex entries of Meganium?
Yeah, let's read.
Let's do the generation it was introduced, and then
And the
its
latest
most
one?
recent. Yeah,
Okay,
most recent being Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
you do. I'll do Gold and Crystal. You do Silver and Psidium too.
Okay.
The aroma that rises from its petals contains a substance that calms aggressive feelings.
Meganium's breath has the power to revive dead grass and plants. It can make them healthy again.
How the fuck does it do that? Okay, whatever.
That's pretty amazing.
Anyone who stands beside it becomes refreshed, just as if they were relaxing in a sunny forest.
And the aroma that rises from its petals contains a substance that calms aggressive feelings.
Stop reading off mine!
And in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the fragrance of Meganium's flower soothes and calms emotions.
They're aggressive aliens. Then Meganium's revive dead grass and plants. And then the fragrance is calm emotion. In battle, this Pokemon gives off more of its becalming scent to blunt the foe's fighting spirit. Well, ain't that fucked up? He's like, nah, you don't want to fight me. It's okay.
To be fair, would you want to fight a giant sauropod with like a flower around its neck?
You mean a sauropod that's 4'11"? It's shorter.
5'11".
5'11".
It's as tall as me. I wouldn't want to fight a dinosaur that was as tall as me.
That would be adorable.
That'd be
And it's slightly
so
horrifying.
adorable.
It would probably be horrifying. Is the body as tall as
Why
you,
is it-
or
Why
is
is
the
it
neck?
light as shit? It's only 221 pounds.
Because it's a grass Pokemon. It's made of like plant. It's a plant. It's a sauropod shaped plant.
Okay.
It's like hollow on the inside.
Any other thoughts on Meganium? If you were going to train a Meganium, what would your optimal set be?
Actually, the one in the one I got from the Pokemon Bank seems pretty good.
The Leaf Guard with
Leaf
Sunny
Guard
Day.
with Sunny Day and Solar Beam.
Yeah. And it was also like what? Body Slam and then something weird.
Body Slam, but I'd probably replace that with like Synthesis.
It had Synthesis.
Mm-hmm.
It did have Synthesis.
Oh, it did have Synthesis. Oh, then.
So maybe like Ancient Power or some other coverage.
Or
move.
Toxic.
Toxic would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good set.
Yeah. The thing about Ancient Power is that it's weak,
I know.
and its power points is only 5,
I
8
know.
tops.
But if you do manage to get an Ancient Power boost up, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And a Stolly Pokemon like that can, it has the time to try to get those boosts.
It's true, it does.
So any final thoughts on Meganium?
I rate Meganium 2.5 Voltorbs. I mean, I can't give it a 3 or more just because I haven't raised it.
Yeah.
So I have no true experience with it, but based on like
It's
I don't hate it. and it's cute. It is cute.
Very cute.
Purely aesthetic wise, I'm gonna give it 3. No higher because there are cuter Pokemon, and I think Meganium's a little awkward.
I guess that's fair.
I kind of like the design of Bayleaf more, actually.
Bayleaf has a pretty cool design.
Like-
And Chikorita's cute as fuck.
Chikorita's I actually do not like.
Really?
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about this. Bayleaf and Meganium are clearly sauropods. They're clearly dinosaurs. Long necks, nostrils, or they're reptiles. Chikorita has like a little tiny snout, no nostrils, and it's like little tiny legs. Like, what is it? It looks like a Diglett that horribly mutated into some grass abomination. What is it?
It looks like a seedling.
But like no nostrils, no little tiny snout. It's just a head with legs.
Actually, it looks like it's just like eyeballs on a neck.
Yeah. I don't like Chikorita. I like Bayleaf.
Bayleaf is cool.
Bayleaf of, actually, if I'm thinking about it, of all the mid evolutions of among the starters, Bayleaf's one of my favorites.
It would also be probably one of the bulkiest Eviolite users. It'd
Oh,
be
shit.
bulkier than
Damn.
Meganium. I'm gonna train an
A Bayleaf?
Eviolite Bayleaf.
You know what my favorite, or at least what is one of my most recently discovered favorite mid evolutions is?
Monferno.
Vigoroth.
Oh yeah, he's pretty cool.
Vigoroth's great.
Vigoroth's pretty cool.
Looks cool, and like the personality is all cute.
I want to do a Dragonair. Dragonair is a very, very cool Pokemon.
Dragonair's cool, but I don't know, it doesn't have enough of that Pokemon charm for me.
It is kind of just a snake, but
Yeah.
a snake dragon with a horn. But I like its design a lot.
Do we have any Pokemon news or anything we just want to talk about Pokemon-wise?
I got nothing, man.
It's weird that we're going into a new region with, like, nothing. Okay. What, Forrest, how did you feel? Do you remember your first thought when you discovered... Fuck you.
I was waiting for you to get a thought out.
I know. Do you remember your first thought when you found out that you could go back to Kanto when you beat the Elite Four in Johto?
No, I don't, but I imagine that I was, like, blown out of my fucking skull. I imagine that was, like, the most exciting thing.
See, I was really, really fucking happy to do that too. I'm like, yay, I can do more stuff. But that ruined me for 3rd generation.
I bet.
Because I was
bet.
so upset that you couldn't do that.
I bet. I would be too. I had a hiatus between Generation 2 and Generation 5 where I didn't play the new Pokemon games at all. Like, I played Generation 3 and 4 right before Generation 5 came out, and I played them at the same time. So I didn't have, like, that experience of, like, the new Pokemon game, but there's this great fundamental... there was this great thing from the last generation that's not in this one, and it upsets me.
Mm-hmm.
It would also be disappointing to me that you can't trade back with the old game for the Pokemon.
Yeah. I don't think I was as disappointed as everyone else was. But I think that was just because, like, I had been resetting my Pokemon games anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. They're new games anyway. Like,
Yeah.
makes sense you can't trade over.
I understand why you couldn't go back to the previous region because, like, if you went back to Johto, you'd have to be able to go back to Kanto too, since they're, like, right next to each other.
That makes sense.
It does make sense. But... And it does make sense that you couldn't do that with 4th and 3rd because Hoenn is a freaking huge region
Map.
too. That would take forever to try to program into a game with another region as well.
But, like, you could go from, like... You could take a plane from, like, Unova to Kalos.
Yeah.
Or Shino to Unova.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
There's even a plane in Unova.
There is?
The flying type gym leader.
Yeah, there are. There are planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could take a plane and then just, like, I don't know. Maybe you don't have the whole map at your disposal, but maybe you could, like, go into a tournament or visit 2 or 3 gym leaders as, like, a little side quest.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You do get to see Olivine in Sunny Shore Town? The electric type gym leader's gym in
Shino's?
4th gen?
Yeah, it's
Shino?
like Sunny Shore or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, so you do get the occasional past gym leader.
Yeah, but you don't get like a whole other region.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Which, again, I understand. The regions are huge. Like, that would take a lot of... That's like at least a third of the game, even if, like, you don't have to... Even if you don't battle any other new trainers or anything.
But what about battling new subject? And how'd you feel when you battled Red
On the mountain?
on the mountain?
Oh, dude, that was one of the most epic battles in the entire series.
He kicked my ass so many times.
Yeah.
Like, because
I clearly lost to Red more times than I've ever beat him by far.
I was still, like... I think Red was the one who taught me I need to train multiple Pokemon. Because... No, he wasn't, because in 3rd generation I just went back to having Swampert as my main Pokemon. Whatever. But Red did teach me team dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
Because up until then, I was fine with just using Feraligatr.
And only for Alligator.
Maybe Lugia for the Flare, but Feraligatr is my main Pokemon. Then I had to specifically train a Tyranitar so I could take out a Snorlax. It's fucking Snorlax.
Snorlax in Generation 2 was like one of the best Pokemon in the game.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That rest, and then special defense, and then defense, and no Pokemon having an attack higher than, what, 120?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. That was a hard Pokemon to beat back then, man.
And then he just rested all the fucking time.
Snore. Sleep Talk back in the day, like, if you selected rest in Sleep Talk back in the day, it would put you back to sleep and heal you up again.
Really?
And restarted your rest count, yeah.
That's fucked up.
It's pretty amazing.
That's amazing, but holy shit,
If
that's
that happened
scary.
today, that would be really terrifying.
No, it would be not allowed.
Yeah, it would be overpowered as shit.
That's all I had to say.
Okay.
Just going back into Johto nostalgia.
It is. It feels like the year 2000 again.
It does. If you get lost in the woods, don't bring a fucking narrator to you. Bruce is tired of this shit. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.